Hi, today I want to talk about some recounters for when your opponent blocks your attempts to armbar him. I'm going to show you the ones that I use personally. I want to show you one that's really cool that I haven't used yet, but maybe you can make use of it. It's kind of, you can show off with it. So however we get to the armbar, doesn't matter. Let's just say I've gone into it from S-mount and we're here. It's no gi, so I've got my ankles crossed the way that all the people tell you not to do, but I find that it really works well. One of the simplest breaks is when he's grabbing his hands together, is to reach for the wrong arm. I'm pulling on this arm, it's hard. If I pull on the far arm, it pulls his arm out of position. You're much, much stronger here in front of your body than you are over here. So I'm pulling here, it's not working. I pull his far arm, then I take his near arm and tap him out. If he's chain gripping his hands, like this, we're here, it's not working. Often, to do a wrist lock, you can tap him out with a wrist, or you can take him back. A really effective one is to come here and underhook the leg. This is a great armbar position anyhow, because it limits his ability to get to his knees. Get to your knees from here, Richie. He's not getting to his knees. So, notice that I'm pulling right at the elbow joint. If I was pulling right here, I'd have a much stronger time, a much more mechanical advantage, and a much better time breaking his grip. But it's hard to switch from here to here. So this whole technique is about going from this point to this point. Jiu-jitsu is a game of inches. I'm trying to move like 5 inches down his forearm. So I grab his leg, and I fall to my side, and I take the pressure off of his head. He thinks he can sit up. He thinks he can sit up. Come on further. As he sits up, I shift my elbow to the point where his hands are linked together. Then I kick his face down and tap him out. Another armbar break that I use, these are the ones that I use, right? These aren't, there's probably hundreds of them, is foot on the bicep, push, or foot on the bicep and push. Or if you can cross your ankles here, double foot on the bicep, double instep on the bicep, and break the grip. Those are kind of low tech, but they do work. Another version, if you don't like your opponent very much, is to hammer his head, to dribble his head with the back of your hamstring, to go back and armbar him here. Sometimes they lock up the arms in a lion kill position, and they might even hide this arm under here. Now it's pretty hard to extricate this arm here, right? It's all bound up in the rear naked choke or lion kill or matalion defense. I use two things here. I pull, I pull. He thinks he's safe. I take my hand, kind of grab my hip here, and I'm going to palm strike this elbow. There. And then come back. Go again, please, Richie. What that does, see how his hand is coming through his bicep? By pushing his elbow here, it strips his defense. So we're here, I pull, I relax a bit, I hit, I come back. That doesn't always work, but if it does, it's a really low-tech, really easy way to break that grip. The other thing, when he's here, I can't do it, I've tried, hasn't worked. So I take my hand and I control the far elbow. I plant my hand on the ground, and I uncross my legs, and what I'm going to do is switch to the other side, step here, armbar. Line kill your arms again, please, Richie. It's not working. Well, it is working. Now it's not working. I control the far elbow. I plant my hand. I'm going to pivot my hips over top of his body here, putting a lot of weight on him here. It's not comfortable for him. Hook the arm. You can see how it's folded up. The arm, his far arm is now on top. I hook that arm. Come here. Now I promised you one technique that's cool, that I don't personally do yet. It's from a friend of mine, Garrett Davis, who's an MMA guy. Say we're here, say Richie starts, has his hands linked together and he's just pushing my legs off of his face. There, and he begins to sit up. As he sits up, I take my hand here, and an arm drag. I go behind him, I push the head, and I take the armbar on the other side. So it's like a swinging armbar going behind him. Once again, we're here, I push the leg off the head, I go behind, and I armbar the forearm. I'm probably breaking a whole bunch of rules of instruction there, showing something that I think is cool, that I don't personally use. I'm just like you. I've got my bread and butter stuff, then I've got the cool stuff that I'm working on. Maybe it'll be part of my curriculum, or sorry, part of my arsenal in the future.